This is another example of finding a shaded area. We have to make a note, as we said in previous lessons, if the curve, the shaded area is under the or below the x-axis, we should be putting absolute value. Otherwise, we'll get a negative area, which is not logical. So, first step is to draw the curve and the whole graph before we do anything. That's our first point. Again, the first thing is to draw it. So as we know, y equals x squared minus x minus 6 is a parabola, but we need to know that it's facing up because first of all, coefficient of x squared is positive, so therefore the curve concave up. Just a little revision of how we actually sketch it quickly. And we need to know where it touches the x-axis. How do we get these 2 points? Is by doing y equals 0, and you will end up with x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. Again, factorize, and you end up with x. This time it's minus 3 plus 2 equal to 0, and after you factorize, this would give you x equal to 3, and that's x equal to minus 2, which is this point and this point. That's where it touches the x-axis. So this is important for us because we need to know the boundary. Now, again, when it says find the area bounded by this curve, the lines x equal to, the lines x equal to, first of all, there's a number 2 there. So if we say that's line x equal to is a straight line parallel to the y-axis, and the line x equal 5, again x equal 5 would be, should make that line longer, curve up, so it's around there, roughly 5. So it's another line parallel to the y-axis. So the area that we need to find is bounded by this line, and the curve. So it's this part and this part, and that point is 2, that point is 3, and that point is 5. Now, how do we integrate? We have to do the integration to parts. First of all, from 2 to 3 is below the x-axis, and from 3 to 5 is above the x-axis. Therefore, the area would be equal to, as I said, the absolute value, if we're integrating from from 2 to 3. 2 to 3, and it's x squared minus x minus 6 dx plus the integration from 3 to 5. No need to put absolute value because it's above the x-axis. X squared minus x minus 6 all dx. And the process from here is, as you're familiar with, just integration, normal integration, and you end up with x cubed over 3 minus x squared over 2 minus 6x 2 to 3 plus the second part, which is again x cubed over 3 x squared over 2 minus 6x from 3 to 5. Absolute value here, absolute value there. And therefore, after you substitute, you end up with 9 over 2 minus 18, and substituting the 3 in there, and you end up, the 2 in there, you end up with minus 8 over 3 minus 2 minus 12, and again the absolute value, and so on with the substitution to the end until you end up with the area equal to 14 5/6 square units. And that's it.